Okay. 1,000 champions. Done. Let's send it into champions U. Done. Okay. Cool. Well, if you guys haven't noticed already, you hear me, but it sounds normal. Wait. Oh. Oh, okay. Wait. Yes, you're right. You're right. Give me a second. It's plugged into my laptop. But you guys can hear me anyway, so I'm gonna start this off while I plug this thing in. So if you guys didn't know, every single Tuesday we have our calls that we do for trading, for investing, all that good stuff. That obviously is important for you guys to learn if you're using the system. And is that better? Is that better? Hello? Are we good? Okay, cool. So anyways, guys, you guys know how important these calls are every single week. And for me, like when I was first starting in this business and I was looking, to learn how to trade and invest and do all that kind of stuff, I needed to really put in the hours to learn a skill, because they say it takes 10,000 hours to really master a skill doing anything. Is it 10 or 20,000? I think it's 10,000, right? So if I'm going to get started and put my effort into anything, and I want to obviously achieve success in something, I'm going to have to put a lot of time into it. And every single hour that we do, 30 minutes, 40 minutes to an hour that we do on these calls, it adds up. And that's not just from the self-education they do through the, the university and through all that kind of stuff, Market Pro. This is actually you learning from people directly. And these calls are recorded for a reason. So obviously people can plug in and look back at it later. But like I said, for those of you that have teams, make sure you're forwarding this. I'm not sure why. We should have way more people on. But yeah, let's make sure we get that going. But I want to introduce our speaker, who, by the way, if you didn't know, he's one of the official GC traders, and he's someone who's been running probably, in my opinion, the hardest strategy, or not necessarily the hardest, but the more complex one that a lot of people don't really get into, because we talk about this equalizer as being one of the more advanced forms of trading, and the obviously the different strategies that are used for that. And it's something that I learned about, but I had to learn about it on my own. And I wish that I had someone teaching me, or I had someone actually putting those strategies into action, so that I can invest into it myself rather than having to go through all the ins and outs and figure it out on my own. But Joseph is someone who's doing that, and it's kind of like what I asked for 3 years ago finally popped into our organization. He's doing what he does for us. So I want you guys to really get your notes ready, because he's gonna be dropping some value about risk management. If you're someone who struggles with that, trust me, there's so many people that wake up with blown accounts, and y'all are putting a million lot size is like higher than you should be. Then trust me, like this is going to be something really good for you guys to absorb and take with you. But with that being said, I'm gonna give Joseph the stage. Y'all show him some love in the chat for doing this and taking time out of his day. And yeah, man, I'll let you take the floor. Okay.
Hello. How you guys doing? Can you guys hear me good? Perfect. Yeah. So first of all, thank you so much, Christian, about everything. And yeah, I'm so excited to be here. And yeah, so the thing is that we're going to talk about today is going to be the risk management. I'm actually going to share my screen for now. Second here. Perfect. Yeah. Can you guys see my screen now? Perfect. So what we're going to talk about today is the risk management. So why is risk management is the most important thing for a trader, or to be honest, not necessarily for a trader that he does his own analysis and everything. For anyone who is utilizing the channels as well too, for anyone who's learning still at the beginning of his journey about trading and everything. So risk management goes more about sorry guys, just give me 1 second. Always calling me, I don't know why. So but yeah, so the risk management is the most important thing for anyone who's doing that, because first of all, it's going to be in your mindset. So in your mindset, you have to know that if you want to invest any money from your from your bank account, from your wallet, from your pocket, from anywhere else, you have to know that you have this money you are willing to lose at least 50% when you go to any market and start investing in. Now, why I'm saying that? Because all the markets considered as risky. So you have to have your own risk management. You have to have your own mindset about when you talk about the money. You don't need to put like 10K to make 5K after. It's like compounding. You can start with 1,000 and make them $1,500, then make them $2,500. Then you're probably gonna go a little bit less than next month. But the best trader is not the guy or not the person who has the best strategy or who has, like, let's say, the best take profit or the best pips counted or whatever. The best trader or the good trader is who can leave the month or who can end the month with a profit, with at least a profit of 2-3%. We're talking about forex, binary, crypto, anything. But yeah, so that's why risk management is very important. So when we talk about risk management, we have to go through a little bit of the basics first. So I know that you guys all familiar with pips, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but basically pips is just the fourth number after the decimal place for any pair or for any currency. Okay. So now we have to know that every pair or every currency has different value in the market and has different value in your pips. When you talk about USD CAD, when you talk about, let's say, GBP USD, as you guys can see, so GBP USD here, it's $1.1179. Okay, so it's not that high value comparing to, let's say, GBP JPY, because GBP JPY is 166 JPY 0.29 cents. Okay, so and it's the same issue with gold, as you guys can notice, probably invested in golds before or not, but when you trade gold, you see that the pips is going like very fast, and even if in your profit you're making like good money, and if you're going to the stop loss, you're losing a little bit more money than, like, let's say, USD CAD or GBP USD. So that's why we have to know first what pair or what currencies we are trading. Okay, so if I'm trading gold, or if I'm trading US30, or if I'm trading, let's say, silver, I have to know that these currency has a high value. So I have to lower my risk a little bit. Then if I'm trading like USD CAD or GBP USD or anything that is $1, $2, or $3, I know that this value is not that high, so I can risk a little bit. Now, how can I know that? So there's something called pips, as I said here. So if we go to the next slide, the levels of risk management. So as you guys can see, few channels we have in GC and iGenius, some traders says like low risk at the end of the signal, or at the end of the trade idea, or medium risk, or high risk. Now, how they consider that is during what pair that they are trading. So most of the trades that most of the traders that who trade gold, they do like low risk, because they know that some people, they don't have that big amount or big like account to trade gold. Okay, so there is low, there is medium, and there is high. So there's like few options we can stop, or we can put some limitation about for our risk management. And the first one is going to be the stop loss. So I know that a lot of people, I know some people actually don't believe in stop loss. Like, I've seen them trading without stop losses, but the people who do that, they either have like big funded account, or they just don't care. They're just like not doing analysis. They're not trading, basically. They're just gambling. Okay, so with the stop loss orders, just like it will limit your loss at the point that the trade is gonna go the opposite way. Okay, so we have to have a stop loss in any market. If you're doing forex or crypto, we have to have a stop loss just to eliminate our loss. Because if we decided to lose, let's say, $10 in this trade, so my stop loss should be, if the price hit my stop loss, I should lose only $10. I can't lose more than that. So how do I decide that before I enter the trade? I'm just going to be explaining that in a bit. The other thing that we can eliminate our loss, or we can make our risk management better, is take profits. So take profits is basically the opposite of stop loss. Take profits is basically when you make money. So you guys notice that when there's a signal, let's say in our channels, there's like TP1, TP2, TP3, those are take profits. So basically take profits, that doesn't mean that you have to go to for each take profit the same risk. Okay, you have let's say 2%. You're gonna risk 2% for this signal. You have to split your 2% by the three take profits. You're not taking 2% for each take profits, and that's why they put TP1, TP2, TP3, and you have to decide if you want to just cash out 50%, let's say, of your position or of your money from the first take profit, and you can take 25% from the TP2, and TP3 is the 25% that left. And the third option that we have is hedging. So hedging is actually, it took me like actually a long time to understand what hedging, especially like before I started learning about SK. But with hedging, if you understand it and you go like in deep with it, is basically you're trading with very, very low risk. You're going to be trading the way that you want the market goes, and the opposite way as well, with a little bit different pips or different numbers. Now I'm not gonna go in deep into that because it's a little bit more advanced, but it's a good option for anyone who's learning SK, at least, because it's like the best system to learn hedging. Now I see some people only go for TP1 to be safe. Do you do that too sometimes? And if so, when? Now it depends on each person. I believe if like I used to do that when I was at the beginning. I used to put like just TP1. I just put like 2% for TP1, and that's it. I'm out of the trade. And when it's going to be actually when there's news in the market, I do that. When I see that the market is not going that well, or I see that the pair is high risk, as gold, as silver, as US30, especially US30, I don't do more than TP1. So yeah, these situations are gonna be how you take profit 100% of your position. So the next slide is going to be, so what is lot size? So when you go to risk management and you want to know like how much money you're willing to lose and how much money you're going to be losing if this trade didn't go well, is going to be by lot size. Now every market has specific word for it, but with Forex, it's going to be lot size. And basically, if you guys use MT4 or MT5 or familiar with the apps, you guys can see that the lot size is here, and you will be able to adjust it anytime. But like depends on what are you risking. But basically, this is just like a small caption or just like conclusion about like the lot size and how much in dollar every pip. So basically, if you're gonna put 1.50 in here, in this box here, it's gonna be $15. Each pip goes down or goes up. Okay, so if you have basically $100 or $200 account, that's not gonna be a good idea to use 1.50 lot size. Okay, let's say if you're going for a 1 lot size, that means it's going to be at $10 every pip goes up or down. Okay, then if you want to lower your risk a little bit, if you go 0.30, and that's at 30% of the 100, you're going to be doing $3 every pip goes up and down. And the same thing with here too. And most of the beginners use that just to see how the market moves and everything. And it's going to be 10 cents every pip. Now, it's very important to focus on the lot sizes, guys, because if you're gonna be just going, as Christian said at the beginning, you're gonna put like 100 or a million lot size, that's gonna be like too much, and you're risking too much, and you will be owning the broker for a lot, you know? So it's very important to focus on that, and the tools that can help us know how to calculate or how to manage or how to manage our risk or how to measure our loss and profits is by these websites. So basically, if you go to Google and just say lot size calculator, it's going to give you a lot of websites, but I use cashbackforex.com. This is, I used to do it from a long time ago until now, and it's very useful. We can drop these links into the channel and into our group whenever we finish our call. But the most important two things that we have to do before we enter any signal, if you're taking a signal from any of the channels, or if you're doing your own analysis and you're deciding to enter the market, is you have to go and calculate your lot size, how much lot size you have to put based on your account balance. Okay. And then the other thing is the Forex profit calculator. Okay. Now, the first thing that we have to do is the lot size calculator. So I'm going to have an example here of a signal that, let me just fix my screen here. Perfect. Yeah, so I think you guys can see my Telegram here, right? Perfect. So the example that I'm gonna go through is this signal here. Okay, it's going to be CAD CHF. So CAD is Canadian dollar, and CHF is the Swiss franc. Now the order or the signal, it's saying buy limit. Okay, so first of all, I have to calculate how much pips or how many pips I have from my buy limit, from my buy price to my stop loss. Okay, because I have to know what is my lot size. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is it's gonna be very easy. I know that a lot of people don't like math or calculating or anything, but it's gonna be like easier than math for sure. So I'm gonna take the price of what it's saying here, the buy limit. So it's 0.73072. Okay, and I'm gonna subtract it. I'm gonna say minus here with the stop loss. Okay, so I'm gonna go 0.72231. Okay, so the answer that I'm gonna get here is how many pips I have. Okay, now as I said, it's gonna be the fourth decimal place, the fourth digits after the decimal place, so it's gonna be 84 pips. Okay, because you're gonna round down here. So we have 84 pips exactly. So I'm gonna go back to my website and I'm gonna go and put here CAD CHF. My deposit currency is Canadian. The stop loss pips, the one that I just calculated, it's on the it's in the calculator here. It's 84 pips. So I'm gonna put 84 pips here, and my account balance is, let's say, $500 is good. Okay. Now this one you can't change it, and then let's say I'm gonna I'm just deciding to risk 3% of the 500. Okay, so that's a 3% risk. Then this one you just gotta go and check how much is what's the price. Sorry guys. So yeah, the price for CAD CHF. So basically CAD CHF is 3365. We're almost there. So I'm gonna put here 3365. and then I'm gonna hit calculate. Now, what did I get here? So I got three answers. The most important one is the lot size. So basically right now, I know that I have to put here in my MT4 or MT5, 0.01. Okay, now you're not gonna be able to put all the numbers here. You're just gonna put until the one here, okay? Now, the other thing that I have to do is I'm gonna go to Forex profit calculator here. After I know what's my lot size, and then I'm gonna do CAD CHF, the pair that I'm trading. Deposit currency is Canadian, my account. And I'm going here. Let me go to Telegram. So I'm going here for a buy, okay? So I'm gonna go here buy. My lot size is 0.01 as I just calculated here. And then I'm gonna go to the open price. So the open price is going to be this one here. I have to put it here, okay? Now, with this one here, you can calculate your profit or you can calculate your loss. Now you can calculate your profit if you put here, sorry, the first take profit. So if you put the first take profit and then you hit calculate, that means you're gonna be making $4 with your lot size like this if the trade hits the TP1, okay? Now let's try the TP2. I'm gonna put it here. If it hits the TP2, I'm gonna be making $8.25. Now, you're gonna ask me how can I calculate if the trade goes to stop loss? So it's gonna be very easy. Just take the stop loss from here and keep it here as a buy. Because if you're gonna change it to sell, it's gonna give you as a profit. Okay? So keep it here as a buy and then calculate. So as you guys can see, if I lost this trade, I'm gonna be losing $11. And you guys see there is a negative sign here. Okay. And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover today. I don't know if you guys have any question. I'll be able to answer for sure. This is a great tool. Yeah. Thank you so much, Edwin. You guys have any question?
Let's give him like a minute. You guys, if you have any questions about this, risk management is super important, by the way, because a lot of people enter trades blindly, right? And we know how dangerous that can be. So you guys don't want to be doing that.
Yeah.
If no one has a question, then I'll ask one thing, just because I know this tends to come up a lot. Wait, hold on, let me add you here. Okay. So with risking and your lot size, the percentage that you obviously like, that's a great tool, obviously, so you guys can see what you're winning and losing. But for people, new beginners, a question that I've seen in the last how many years is always like, oh, my stop loss is bigger than my take profit, right? And I'll let you answer it, but why is that not always a bad thing? Why is it sometimes necessary in trading to have a stop loss that's bigger?
Yeah, so basically I can show you guys a live example that happened to us last week. It's like so now we're using in the SK just a new strategy. Okay, so it was this one. Let me just delete this one here. Now, as you guys can see here, we have a big stop loss and we have like pretty much a little bit bigger than the stop loss, the take profit. Okay, as you guys can see here, it says here that risk reward ratio is 1.14. So basically, I'm risking 1 to 1.14. Now, a lot of people will say, no, that's not a good thing. We're going to be losing a lot of money and everything. But if you split your take profit to, let's say, 3 parts, you're not going to be losing that much. So what we did in our SK is like this. So the trade was, if the price hit this point here, we're going to get into the trade. Okay. And then we have this TP1. We have this TP2. And this we have here TP3. Okay. So what we decided is we're gonna, 1 second. We're gonna use 50% here. So if the market hits this take profit, I'm gonna close 50% of my position. Okay. Then if my TP2 hits, I'm gonna be closing 25% of my position, plus I'm gonna move my stop loss to entry. So that means if everything went well here, I'm still risking only 25% of my money, free risk. Okay. Now, why did we decide this? So first of all, because as you guys, I don't know if you guys know, all of you, but there's like multiple style to trade SK. But there is one, it says like multiple trades with like very tight stop loss, but this is actually a different scenario. So what happened here, let's say if we didn't have, if we were using this, that's what's gonna happen. Let me just actually make it faster. So we enter the trade here, okay? If we had this one, let me just keep it like this. So if you guys can see here, if we were using this multiple trades with tight stop losses, we're gonna be losing all of them. Okay, but with a little bit bigger stop loss, that's what happened after. Now here, I got my TP1 50%. I cashed it out. Then 25% after this, I'm risking free. And then I'm good. So basically, like wherever your stop loss is, big or small, if you don't use your take profits in the right way, you're not going to be profitable at the end, because you have to know, you have to end your position with profit, even if it went to stop loss after, like as you guys can see in Krypton today. Okay, this is a very good example. Armin, what he did is, like, after he knows about the news and everything, he moved all the stop losses to entry price, and everything was just like risk free. We didn't lose anything in the GCAI, but we were taking profit. He was like TP1 done, TP2 done, and then move the stop loss. And that's the best way to just have a space to your trade to go right. And at the end, to be honest, it's going to be just based on your strategy, because I know a lot of people use like market structure and everything with very tight stop loss, but I don't like it. So, yeah.
Cool, man. That was a really good answer. I'm glad they got to see that live, like how that plays out. And definitely with the strategies, if you guys have gone into it, like what he said is perfect. There's like 2 ways to do it, with the tight ones or the big one, and you can see that the bigger stop losses give you more range to more flexibility to test the market.
You believe in that, Christian, too, right?
Yeah, always. I like big stop losses.
Yeah, Armin told me that because
Yeah.
I'm more fan of multiple trades, so that's why.
Yeah, I mean, to each their own though, right? Like they both work, and so that's a really good explanation, man. So really appreciate you, bro, for hopping on this, and I know we're gonna see you a lot more on these calls. So guys, drop a big thank you for Joseph in here for doing this. And
Thanks.
on the next calls, we're gonna be adding a lot more into all the chats. There's gonna be a lot of cool stuff. Joseph, along with Abid, Edwin, and Olivier, we're having a lot of cool stuff dropping soon to get the trading culture on this team, blowing up. And for those of you building the business, you guys know what that means for you. So that's pretty much it, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Take care and peace.